Alrighty, just checking things out, making sure all of the systems are in place. Everything that should be happening is happening. Let's have a look at this, see where we're at. Yeah, that looks good. Alrighty, close down all of these distractions off the telephonic communication device and connecting in. So welcome to our January gathering of the Global Light Grid Activation. And this aspect of what I'm bringing forward as a part of my offerings, my many offerings that I like to do through Soul Alignment Sanctuary and through all of my offerings there, which are many and vast, from tarot and oracle card readings, energy healing, shadow work, and then bringing this beautiful aspect of this light grid through, so that we're feeling this balance. We're feeling the balance of the shadow work, the light work, working with the earth energies, and just anchoring into our beautiful home planet, Mother Gaia, to really connect in with her. So having this up on the screen for a little bit, but I'm going to take it down. So yeah, this the activating of this light grid, I'm feeling for me personally, and what I'm bringing through for this as the activation points, as the pillars, and the access. Oh, I can hear myself back. This always happens to me. There we go. Get rid of that. It's part of the process of having the background up. There's not the access to everything else. So, yes, that was me talking over myself then with that echo coming through. So, start again. I don't know if that all came through for everyone else. So, yeah, let's just shift through and start that process again. So yeah, this global light grid activation is a part of my offerings through Soul Alignment Sanctuary. And this involves these online events, free events on YouTube and my Facebook group, Order of the Dark Moon, and in-person events where we do like meditation journeys, receiving Reiki, energy healings, but then also tarot and oracle card readings as well, through Fortune Friday that I do at Hipster here on the Kapiti Coast. And then these broader aspects of connecting with people through events in person. And I'm very excited to announce that there's a new space opening in Wellington City, Wellington CBD. There's a new hipster store that's opened there on Manners Street, where Sand Jewelry used to be. And below the shop is a beautiful space that we've converted into a healing retreat space. So the Inner City Sanctuary is the name of the beautiful space, and it does really feel like a sanctuary, like you're dropping down into this beautiful grounded space, where you can feel really held, and the sound resonance is really beautiful down there as well. So this beautiful nurturing space where I'll be able to host like group Reiki sessions or tarot oracle card workshops. Yeah, and expanding into beautiful meditations and co-creations with other people as well, more than likely. So feeling that this global light grid activation is just another way to bring an element through with the like predominantly shadow work that I like love to do with people and for myself. But then remembering that there's a balance, that we are in harmony with everything, and then to just completely go into the darkness and the shadow work is, we could fester there for a long time. And that feeling is to feel that wholeness, and I don't need to continue constantly be reevaluating myself and healing myself and mining it out, rather than allowing it to come out naturally and doing the shadow work. And so this global light grid activation is really supporting this, to feel like we're activating our light bodies, but we're actually like activating it for the light grid of the earth. And we're holding that space for the earth to, yeah, shift and change as she needs to support us in this wild dynamic that we have going on around us in this time that we find ourselves. And so, yeah, the beautiful pillars that I've created for the global light grid activation. It's that heart coherence at the center. We feel like we're operating from our heart space. We're genuinely more connected to the people around us, that compassion, understanding, caring, and genuine, authentic communication can really come through that heart coherence and that heart space. And so that heart coherence is when you're connecting in with the replay, or when there's multiple people on the Zoom call, then we can feel that we have that connection, that underlying connection with the people that we're connecting with around us on the call. And we feel that resonance and that understanding and being held in that space. Yeah, that the heart is allowing us to be in. And so that heart coherence is at the center of everything, because we want to feel into radiating out from that space of the heart, and dropping down into the heart, as Karina on the last Global Light Grid activation really took us through that heart portal, and connecting in that way. And so the other pillars that all really weave into each other really beautifully is this focused illumination. And so feeling that that is the global light grid activation, we're focusing our illumination and being a channel for light through us in a way that is selfless, to feel that offering of our vessel to the earth, in a way that we're channeling beautiful light down into her. And this is where the shadow work comes in as well for me, is that if we feel like we're bringing light into our body and it's getting stuck in places in our body. I've been doing sessions through my Midnight Alchemy program, which is helping people regulate their sleep state, and through meditation, with a client, having the light and the beautiful, comforting energies coming into her body brought shadow up. And so there was like the light couldn't get through and disrupt. And we made some shifts and changes, and felt into the shadow work in that time. So when we can feel that shadow work has really shifted elements in us, then we can be that channel of light. We can feel that light coming into our body and streaming through us and through our feet and through our whole energetic field, and that torus field that we have around us, that we feel that energy cycling around us, that magnetic poles, and then that energy floods down into the earth, and feeling that beautiful connection point. So that focused illumination, and that focused illumination is activating these grids. And so these grids of connection, as we discussed on the call last week, or last month, I should say, yeah, there was those. Is it the ley lines? Is it what is the gridding? And, that was a beautiful layer to bring through with, the name of the event, the Global Light Grid Activation. Do these light grids lay over the ley lines, or do they, wrap around in different ways? Are they on the surface? Are they within the earth? And how do they manifest? And within our own visualization of visualizing what we are, where we feel it's happening. That first inclination that you get that first idea or vision that you get in your mind. That is what you want to feel into, because that's where your energy is naturally flowing into that. So if the first vision that you get is that the grids run through the tectonic plates, like just on top of the tectonic plates, and they kind of like, so these light grids go over and under each other across the tectonic plates, then that's the visualization that you want to continue to allow to unfold until it naturally shifts and changes, rather than thinking, oh, that doesn't, that's, I don't know if that's right or not, and second guessing, and then shifting and being like, no, that's not right. They should be on the surface, or they should be on the ley lines, and just allowing your imagination and the visions that come up in your mind to manifest on their own, and whatever arises to the surface initially is what you want to naturally follow, that point of inquiry into, like, oh wow, what else is there? If they run on the if the this grid that I'm visualizing runs just over the tectonic plates, what else is there? And you can, say that question internally to yourself in your visualization, and then you might get something else appear within your visualization that shows, what the light is doing when the tectonic plates move, or, to do with the fluidity. Like the light is like the what do you call it? The fluid in your spine or around your brain. Like it's like a padding, like the light is like softening the flow of the tectonic plates. It's like a buffer that has them move. And so then the more focused illumination, if that's the visualization that you happen to get, then that focused illumination is drawing more of your light force energy that you feel you're bringing through, or if it was a collective meditation, then that focused illumination is going into that visualization that you're having in your mind. And so the intentionality is there, that this light that you're bringing through your visualization down into the earth, to grid the tectonic plates, so that this light is like a buffer, so the tectonic plates move really smoothly, and then the earthquakes are less severe, and any movement is a lot softer. So it's like a lubrication. The light is coming through as a lubrication, and so that might be an activation or a visualization that you could get, or that I just got as I spoke into it. Um, and so this focused illumination is coming down, is flowing into one of the other pillars, anchoring these new earth energies down into the global consciousness. And so this is what this is really feeling into. It's feeling into like these layers of consciousness that we are expanding out of, like separation mindset, like us and them mindset, in terms of just all of the things that are happening on the planet, that we are all, I'm sure, quite aware of different layers of things that are happening. And so when we are anchoring these new earth energies, it's feeling into, like, what is the earth that we want to create, that doesn't have this disharmony and this conflict, and constant resurges in conflict in different areas of the world, or aspects of politics flaring up, and all these dynamics that we have. And so if we can anchor these new earth energies, it's really about having conscious, coherent humans who communicate accurately, like what they're feeling, and authentically and genuinely, and with care and kindness and consideration for the other person. And this goes into politics and dynamics of, religious beliefs, and all these aspects that are happening on the planet at the moment, that is really bringing this separation templates between people and groups of people. And so when we're anchoring these new earth energies, it's like this global light grid activation is like stretching out and strengthening the access for and the availability for more people to connect into whatever that needs to be for them. So, yeah, maybe staying with that example of the tectonic plates, they just like that's just wrapping around the whole world, and under continents, and yeah, feeling that focused illumination into yeah, continents or areas of conflict that is activating whatever it needs to be within the population or a group of people or just the understanding and just elevating like love and kindness into people so people are more likely to drop into that. We know of these things that happen where we visit a place and we don't know what it is, but we feel more open and connected, and we just the place just sings to us. It could be a beautiful space, but it could just be like it just so happens that this, this corner of this suburb, when I go and sit here on this park bench and just look out over, it could be a beautiful view, or it could just be like looking out over all the houses. I just feel like activated, or I feel connected, or whatever words we want to use. I feel grounded. I feel at one. I feel more genuine and authentic and caring and compassionate towards like my fellow humans. And so the thought is that, the intention is with this global light grid activation is focused illumination, anchoring new earth energies, that there will be more points of that around the globe because that will these anchor points of love. So people may be just walking and going about their daily life and who knows what could happen. They may just feel a wave of love come over them because of a part of the earth that they've stood on is a connection point for something, and this light grid is rising up and having people feel into that peace, love, understanding, connection, and seeing other people for who they truly are, and feeling like we can see ourselves genuinely in the way other people see us, the people who love us and how they see us. And and this is leading into the next pillar, which is bridging the gap. And so we're really connecting in with all these just different ideas and conversations. And the whole point of having the global light grid activation is so that like different people with different like processes or different modalities that they're working with, different language or verbiage that they're using will land differently for different people, and people from different walks of life or different religions or different thought processes or schools of thought or philosophies are coming on, and they're sharing like what do all these things mean for you? What does global light grid activation mean to these people that are coming on? Because then that's bridging the gap. And what do each of these pillars mean for the people that are coming on? So if you're a practitioner and you would like to share something around this, and one of the pillars speaks to you, then then it's that then that month or that session is about that whole pillar. It doesn't need to be about bringing each pillar in each time. It's what speaks to you. And so the feeling is that we could have someone come on who has like a native process that's close to their heart, or that they work with, and they want to bring that through, or they have like a religious process that they love, and this is spoken to them and they want to bring that through. And this is feeling into meditation, We have had some light language come through here with Susan Crystal Diamond in her session that we did together. And but it's not limited to anything. So it's feeling into like what are those pillars, and then that is gonna feel that grid accessing and moving out to speak to people's hearts that have different ideas or use different verbiage and different ways of speaking are going to speak to different people and bring something up in them and pique their interest or have an activation or a visualization. And that leads into, the fifth pillar, which is shattering and dissolving these current global paradigms. And again, it's not speaking into what exactly is happening on the globe because it's not about feeding into that because we all have understandings or points of reference of things that are happening within our environments. Or abroad that we are very aware of because of social media with what's happening. And so it's about shattering current global paradigms and then just really dissolving that away so that heart coherence can feel illuminated within populations where revolutionary things can take place in terms of different thoughts and ways of doing things and new legislations or new laws and new ways of being humans on the earth in terms of borders and conflict and all the things. And yeah, this is all coming back into that heart coherence. And so for people coming on and would like to be part of this and to be on one of these, I do one a month at the moment. However, I'm open to do more depending on the amount of people that I have interest from. And then I like to do my own in between as well, where I'm just here by myself like this. And so next month we have, I think we're probably going to have two Global Light Grid activations next month. And so then, so March is open. So if anyone is interested, you can comment under here. There'll be a link to sign up to be a practitioner. And we can all go from there. And so, with that, it's about what speaks to you. If anchoring new earth energies as a practitioner speaks to you, and you just want to do your whole session on that, or heart coherence, focused illumination, shattering current global paradigms and dissolving them, bridging the gap, or if it's something else to do with global light grid activation, like bringing that light down, then it's completely open for interpretation and sharing this far and wide so that we can reach as many people as possible. And I know there's a lot of other people doing these aspects of things out there. So it's about that connection. So we're going to go into a meditation now. I'm just going to have some water. And I'm in a beautiful group where it's an elemental journey, and I'm in the earth element at the moment. And so feeling that this global light grid activation with the light coming down into the earth and me being the embodying this earth energy, this Pachamama, Mama Gaia energy. In New Zealand, we call her Papatuanuku. And feeling that connecting into that heart of our Great Mother. And Mother Gaia is really activated this beautiful practice through for me. It's pretty hot here today. Been outside. A little bit red, bringing that light down into my body and into the earth of my body, so that the sun can nourish me, because the sun is nourishing the vitamin D. And I've been watching a lot of watched a documentary the other night. It was very interesting about a young boy who was very ill. I can't remember the disease, but he had one lung removed because of the infection, and then they were potentially going to have to remove the other lung. and he had 2 days to live. And they asked him what he wanted to do the most. And he grew up on a farm, and he just said, I just want to be outside in the fresh air and out in the light. And so they wheeled him out in his hospital bed with all the equipment attached to him. And he spent 1 day out in the sunlight. They brought him back in 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. And they're like, well, he's not dying and we haven't changed anything. Like all of the machinery that was doing the things that they were doing inside, that all came out with him so that he, was still getting all the same treatments and life support and things that that equipment was doing. But he just like rapidly got better, and till the point where they didn't need those machines. And this is a recent, I think this was like post-COVID, I think it's like maybe 2024. And yeah, he's like a happy, healthy person now, and with one lung. So limited with some things, but yes, not dying, and not not the prognosis that they gave him based on just putting him outside in the sunlight and the fresh air. So yeah, really shifting that inverted matrix plugin, that thought pattern that is predominant, that the sun is incredibly damaging because we do need to receive it for our vitamin D. And um, yeah, so it's a beautiful story. All right, so let's go into a journey, a little meditation activation, and see what happens. Like that tectonic plate aspect was really cool. So that might come through a little bit more with the visualization. We'll see how we flow. Yeah, so making yourself comfortable. Burn a little bit of Palo Santo or something if you have it. Some sage, or you might have some essential oils that you can place on your skin. Oh, it's not lighting very well. Just feeling your breath arriving more presently into your lungs. Life force energy. And feeling that life force energy of the breath, the air that we breathe, this air that ignites our consciousness, that keeps us conscious and consciously aware, and that deep in breath and full exhale is where our conscious awareness has the ability to soften, expand, be more focused. Feeling that breath filling up, down, stretching your diaphragm. Your breath expands down into your belly. A full inhale through your nose. That out breath through pursed lips. And seeing if we can have that deep in breath as full as you can, And then the exhale is longer and slower. And feel your body deeply relaxing. Your muscles drop, your shoulders. The muscles in your face relax. You feel your scalp relaxing. And feeling a spark of light arriving in your body with your breath. Be into your lungs with that breath. Your lungs are igniting with that consciousness through the breath into your lungs, feeling that story of the boy, and our gratitude for our lungs, filtering the air. And those sparks of light arriving into your lungs, that life force energy, these bright points of light. We breathe them in from the air around us. And when we breathe them in, they get activated into life force, power, and vibrant points of light. And they get to move around your body through your lungs. As you expand your lungs down into your diaphragm, you feel those little firefly-like, stardust-like lights that drop down through your diaphragm and relax your tummy so you can breathe deeper. And feeling that these lights, every breath you accumulate more light. They expand out beyond your body now. They fill your auric field, dancing around you like little sprites or fairies, dancing through your auric field. And they move around and they scan your energetic system. They scan your body. When they find impurities, they merge with the impurity and disrupt its frequency and shift it into light. Feeling these impurities can be limiting beliefs, destructive thought processes, trauma, and just different aspects that have made a home in different parts of our body. And so this light shifts around. Sometimes these little points of light gather together and become bigger and brighter. And as you breathe deeper, you feel more of them gathering together and creating these orbs and spheres. And you have many of them floating around you now, behind you, above you. And they even radiate below you into the surface that you're sitting on. And these spheres feel into your life force energy and your capacity to bring that focused illumination. When you feel more and more into that focused illumination of the global light grid and these orbs that float around you, merge together when they bump into each other. And the light around you goes bigger and bigger and brighter and brighter. And each breath you take, there's more of these light spheres emanating from your body. You are the light source. And with your focused illumination, these spheres of light get to grow bigger and bigger as they merge together, and seeing them burst and merge together and float around you. And feeling with the breath in your lungs, you can feel your focused illumination, allowing them to merge together within your body. You can now decide when they merge together and feel each breath you're merging more light and synthesizing more of your energetics and focused illumination to allow these spheres of light to fill your entire body. And they merge and they fill out and they bubble into your body and they fill your whole body out to your fingertips and your toes, down your spine, underneath your scalp. And with every breath, they just start emanating out of your body, out of your fingertips now. And you feel these spheres of light, big and small, different sizes, just merging in and out of your body. Some of them move outside your body and bounce around in your auric field, and then they come back in. And feeling there's this symbiosis of this energetic nucleus that you've created. Each one of these spheres has its own nucleus of light, and then you are the nucleus of the entirety of the whole sphere. And feeling that they're pushing out into your auric field, bubbling out until you are encapsulated in this sphere of energy, this sphere of light. Is emanating through this life force energy of your breath, not outsourcing the light. The light is arriving because of you through your breath and through the purity of your intentions, the understanding of all the trials and tribulations that you've processed through, the forgiveness for yourself, or the understanding of yourself, for knowing yourself. And that this light emanates from you because of you. And feeling that this understanding of your potentiality to radiate this much light drops down into your heart space and radiates this beautiful heart coherence. This heart coherence is a vibrational frequency of a genuine smile rippling across your face. This heart coherence is the genuine connection of two beings, of multiple people. This heart coherence is the joyful laughter of a child. And this heart coherence is radiating from your being. And we're feeling into the focused illumination of this heart coherence and what we can do with this beautiful, energetic space we've created for ourselves is we can use this focused illumination to connect down into the planet, down into the earth underneath your feet. And what I want you to do right now is feel like you are gridding the space just below you. That might be the room that you're sitting in, or a small radius around you of the land that you're on, if you're outside. Wherever you may be, feeling that you are radiating this focused illumination of heart coherence down into the piece of earth that's just below you. And feeling that heart coherence, that radiance of a genuine smile, genuine connection rippling down into the earth and the land just below you. And feeling that that could be creating a light grid, this illumination of the heart through these spheres that are bouncing around in your energy field. These spheres could be infusing down into the earth and overlapping over each other and bouncing around until they find a configuration of power. Could be the flower of life, these spheres, creating a beautiful grid of light under you, of the flower of life, within that, the seed of life. And feeling in your mind's eye and what you're feeling, the size that you've created within your mind, just double that size now. And feel into that focused illumination of the light that's emanating from within you through your breath down into the earth. This flower of life pattern is double the size. And with each breath, when you feel it's comfortable to do so, double it a few more times. And once you've doubled it a few more times, you could imagine that there's someone in a home off on the edge of that that's also doing this meditation. And they're doing the same practice, and their flower of life is overlapping with yours. And so we're gridding this focused illumination without outsourcing light. This light is coming from within you and because of you, but because of your breath still coming through you, not from you, but because of you. You're breathing the light and the life force energy in, and you're channeling it through your body, through your heart space with focused illumination, down into the earth below you. And you feel that these spiraling light grids are emanating out from around you. You might not see the flower of life pattern. You might have beautiful pentagrams or sigils or light language emanate from below you. The beautiful pentagrams below you with the energetic frequency of all of the elements present. We are activating the grid with the pentagram, the earth, the air, the fire, the water, the spirit, these elements anchoring through and feeling those patterns growing out So these symbols in this grid can be whatever is in alignment with your inner internal representation of what a powerful symbol of grounding intention, of grounding life force, energy, light, beautiful harmony, connection with the elements, whatever that represents to you. And feeling in your visualization, doubling the size of that again. And seeing that overlapping with many, many other people's grids that they're creating. And noticing the points where these grids overlap are creating powerful energetic vortexes on the earth. And who knows where they could be? It could be different on any given day when people are doing the meditation. Or it could be so powerful that two people doing this practice can create a beautiful vortex that's anchored in the earth grid. That when people arrive there and they sit and they get that feeling that we were talking about earlier, I feel so grounded here. I love coming to this space, even though the view isn't that good. I'm looking at the back of this house, or, but just standing in this point um, brings clarity. And so these points will radiate around the globe. And as people walk and do their daily routine, they may choose to walk and go a different way or sit in a certain place for longer because it feels aligned and they feel clarity and focus and oneness, and they feel like they can process through hard times because they're sitting in this vortex of heart coherence with this focused illumination. And so we're intentionally creating these vortexes around the world with the gridding of this light, this global light grid activation of our own personal grids overlapping, and feeling that focused illumination. We can feel that there are many grids that are overlapping all around the whole globe now. And some of these grids might overlap out over the ocean, into the deserts, up over the North and South Pole. I'm feeling these new grid lines that we've created today melting down deeper into the earth. And as they melt down deeper, they find themselves resting on the tectonic plates that we spoke about earlier. And feeling that this light that's flooding in to above and below these tectonic plates is creating this lubrication, this softness, and this holding of the natural flow of the earth when she feels she needs to move. It's smooth. If there is shaking, it's smooth and not destructive. It's a this smooth motion because of this light illumination, lubrication. And feeling yourself sitting in all of the visualization that you have, these technologies that you've created for yourself now, this focused illumination through your heart down into the earth below you to grid a pattern, a code, a symbol around you. Oh, my feet are vibing very intensely. That powerful connection down into Mother Gaia. Mm. And all of that energy that you've cultivated through yourself. Feeling the beautiful energy of the sun, that sun energy and what it feels like on your skin, what it feels like to breathe in air that has the sun radiating through it, that clear blue sky. Breath in. And feeling the sun radiating beautiful golden dust down, light particles filtering down, starlight, sunlight. Feeling as that lands on your skin and infuses into your body, that light force energy moves through you down into the earth and ripples through these coded networks of gridding that you've created for yourself. Feeling them rippling through the patterns that you've created with the flower of life, the pentagram, other symbols or light language, Metatron's cube, all the glyphs for the planetary aspects, the zodiac. I'm feeling that sun energy is radiating through and it's rippling around and it is creating the grid network through the ley lines. And it's rippling around through all of them and activating every point. And at each intersection, this beautiful vortex energy radiates up as well. So we've got these vortex energies from the sun grid into the earth, and we've got these vortexes of these energies of our own creation for our own gridding that we've done of our space. You can grid your land in this way, you can grid your home. It's visualizing. Feeling your breath arriving back into your body, noticing that breath expanding into your lungs, becoming aware of your body as that breath expands, consciously breathing a bit deeper. Placing your hands on your body, just bringing yourself back into today. Giving yourself a little squeeze, a little hug. Yeah, and feeling that heart coherence, a beautiful smile radiating in your heart. It's that heart coherence, that genuine connection with other humans that has softened the experience with other people around us. Mm. And just feeling that dropping into the chat, any visualizations that came up for you, anything that really resonated for you there, and doing these online at the moment, but really feeling that with this new space opening in the city, the inner city sanctuary, to do these global light grid activations there in person as well. I just had that come through during that session that would be very powerful to, especially to anchor that into the city. And because it's downstairs and it is a basement energy, but it's a nurturing, enclosed. Oh, you can really just like breathe out and drop into that space. It's a really beautiful holding energy. So if we to grid that out under the city with multiple people, then we're going to create those vortexes in close proximity to each other. Because if we're in a room doing that together, I mean that's going to be really powerful. So yeah, I had no idea that was going to come through. And yeah, this is the power of sitting and doing these kind of processes and entrusting and allowing what wants to come up. And yeah, that's a new meditation that I'll probably bring through to other people, and it'll probably evolve because there'll be different aspects and elements on the day that'll come through. So each time, things like that will be slightly different. So thank you for joining me today and being here with me. And yeah, the next Global Light Grid activation, yeah, the date will be coming soon. Again, it's randomized. It's not the same day or time each month to capture, different groups of people that might be online at different times or have access at different times, and also for the practitioners who are hosting, for them to have more access to be able to host when is convenient for them, because this replay will be here on YouTube and people can connect in with it after the fact. So thank you for being here with me today. I'm Nicola Robinson of Soul Alignment Sanctuary, and it would really help me and my channel and my business if you could like and subscribe, and I can continue to bring this work to people and hold space in these ways. So this is what I do for a living, is hold space for people and share knowledge and energies, understandings, and do the shadow work and energy work and light work and all the different layers of work, rainbow work that we do. There was a beautiful visualization of all these rainbow flames that came into a journey with a client the other day. So yeah, just all of the spectrum of all of those energies we bring through. So yeah, please support me as you can, and it's free to like and subscribe. So yeah, if you would like to see how to work with me, please see my link tree. We have some in-person events coming up. We have the Activate and Practice Light Language Day that's happening with Susan, who was on here a couple of months ago. And so if you're interested in attending the Activate and Practice Light Language Day, you could watch Susan's Global Light Grid Activation. It's in the playlist and easy to find in the lives section. And yeah, look forward to working with you in person or in a group, or if you are having, a benefits from watching my lives or anything on my YouTube channel, please comment and let me know what you're processing through and if I can support you in any way. So, yeah, thank you so